gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of the Unstoppable Damage channel of wrestling results here in this channel. So today we have Impact Wrestling on Access TV results February 3rd, 2022. The action begins before the Impact with an exclusive match. Raj Singh versus Black Taurus. Raj Singh looks to bounce back with a victory over Decay's Black Taurus. Singh targets the arm of Taurus in the early going. Singh hits a modified half Nelson slam to remain in control. Taurus flies with a drop kick over the top. Taurus is in the driver's seat following a pop-up Samoan drop. Taurus spines Singh on the top of his head with a power bowl to score the victory. Black Taurus defeats Raj Singh. Another can't miss edition of Impact from Fort Lauderdale is on the air. Digital media champion Jordynne Grace versus Matt Cordana in a digital media championship match. Jordynne Grace defends her digital media title against the original champion of the World Wide Web, Matt Cordana. Both competitors shake hands to begin the match. Grace can't take Cordana off his feet with a shoulder tackle, so she changes her game plan and trips him up instead. Grace counters a neckbreaker, but Cordana avoids the follow-up Vader bomb. Out of the corner, Cordana takes control with a vertical suplex as Grace crashes into the turnbuckles. Cordana shows a lack of composure in his first intergender match, but quickly refocuses. Grace sidesteps a missile dropkick, then creates separation with a spinebuster. Grace successfully hits the Vader bomb for 2. Cordana recklessly hits the reboot for a near fall. In a shocking turn of events, Cordana uses the digital media title as a distraction for the referee, then hits Grace in the head with a steel chair. Cordana follows up with radio silence to win the match and become the new digital media champion. Matt Cordana defeats digital media champion, what was her name again? Jordynne Grace, and new digital media champion. An arranged W. Morrissey chases after Brian Myers and the Learning Tree after he was attacked by them, and Impact World Champion Moose last week. Security breaks things up, allowing the Learning Tree to escape. Scott D'Amore tells Morrissey he can get his hands on Brian Myers in a no DQ match next week. D'Amore mentions that he sent Moose back to the hotel, promoting Morrissey to head there next. Joan versus Crazy Steve with Decay, Rosemary, and Black Taurus. After Decay came to the aid of Johnny Swinger last week, Joan looks to take out his frustrations on Crazy Steve. The bell rings and Steve uses his quickness to gain control. The early advantage. God damn it. Steve bites the forehead of Joan, but is quickly swatted out of midair. Moments later, Joan remains in control with a running senton. Joan hits the top rope tsunami to win. Joan defeats Crazy Steve with Decay, Rosemary, and Black Taurus. Joan defeats Crazy Steve with Decay, Rosemary, and Black Taurus. After the match, Joan is about to continue the assault when Black Taurus stops him. A concerned Gia Miller asked Matt Cordana why he attacked Jordynne Grace with a steel chair in order to win the digital media champion. Cordana quickly disregards his actions and leaves the building. Knockouts World Tag Team Champions, The Inspiration, give Caleb with a K a gift, a new phone with a picture of them as the background. Ring of Honor World Champion Jonathan Gressom versus Steve McClain. Ring of Honor competitor Ian Riccaboni joins Tom Hafen and Matthew Rodlett for this non-title rematch that will be contested under traditional rules. Unlike a pure rules match, this is no code honor to begin the contest, allowing McClain to charge at Gressom from the opening bell. Gressom takes McClain off his feet and begins to wear him down with a series of headlocks. McClain drives him throat first into the ropes to regain control. Excuse me. McClain hits a strong back elbow for 2. Both men exchange strikes in the middle of the ring. McClain catches him with a mid-air power slam for another near fall. Gressom is on the ropes, but McClain unloads on him anyway, causing the disqualification. Ring of Honor World Champion Jonathan Gressom defeats Steve McClain by a disqualification. After the match, McClain looks to add insult to injury when Honor No More comes to aid of Gressom. Honor No More wants Gressom to join them in the ring, but he retreats and up the ramp instead. Josh Alexander makes his entrance for his match against Vincent next. Josh Alexander versus Vincent with Honor No More, Mike Bennett, Maria Kanellis, and Matt Taven and PCO. Before they collide in a high-stakes showdown at No Surrender, Team Impact's Josh Alexander battles Honor No More's Vincent to build momentum. Alexander hits a running crossbody to the back of Vincent, sending him crashing to the floor. Maria distracts the referee, allowing Bennett to hook Alexander's leg. Vincent capitalizes with a dive to the outside. Former owner of Ring of Honor, Kerry Silkin, is seen watching the match from ringside. Alexander counters a submission into a vertical suplex to create separation. Alexander rolls through and connects with a German suplex for 2. Vincent uses the referee as a shield, then hits a side Russian leg sweep on Alexander. Vincent hits Red Rum off the top, but Alexander kicks out at 2. Alexander locks in the ankle lock as the members of Honor No More get up on the apron. Alexander fights them off, but almost gets pinned by Vincent. As a result, Team Impact's Rich Swann, Chris Sabin, and Rhino even up the odds as they fight off Honor No More at ringside. Alexander successfully locks in the ankle lock to win by submission. Josh Alexander with Rich Swann, Chris Sabin, and Rhino defeats Vincent with Honor No More, Mike Bennett, Maria Kanellis, Matt Taven, and PCO. Out of nowhere, Kenny King jumps Alexander from behind and lays him out in the middle of the ring. King joins Honor No More on the ramp as they retreat to the back. Morrissey viciously attacks Impact World Champion Moose in his hotel room. Kenny King reveals that he is indeed the newest member of Honor No More and says that they're taking over Impact Wrestling. John Skyler versus Bahadur Jajjar As one of Punjab's hottest young athletes, Jajar arrives to battle John Skyler. Jajar takes control in the early going with a leg drop to the back of the neck. Skyler hangs up Jajar on the ropes and hits a side Russian leg sweep to turn the tide. Jajar hits a springboard elbow for 2. Jajar hit a spear off the second rope to pick up the big victory. Jajar defeats John Skyler. After the match, Raj Singh comes to the ring to congratulate Jajar, but he wants no part of it. We see footage of Knockouts World Champion Mickie James making history by competing in this past Saturday's WWE Royal Rumble match. In a follow-up interview with Gia Miller, James is reflecting on her monumental moment when Tasha Steelz and Savannah Evans interrupt. Tasha rubs salt in the wound after James came up short in the WWE Royal Rumble match and vows to defeat her for the Knockouts World title at No Surrender. Chelsea Green comes to her aid and James grants her a highly requested singles match next week. The Quintel Diva Giselle Shaw is coming to Impact Wrestling. Don't know. Masha Slamovic versus Casey Lennox. Slamovic hits a roundhouse kick followed by a running boot in the corner. Slamovic hits the Russian death device to pick up the quick win and remain undefeated. Masha Slamovic defeats Casey Lennox. Gia Miller interviews reigning Ring of Honor Women's World Champion and AAA Rena D. Reigns Champion Deonna Purrazzo. Despite not being the current Knockouts World Champion, Purrazzo says that she is Knockouts division and says that she's issuing an open challenge for either of her titles next week. Don't miss an all-new Impact next Thursday at 8/7 Central on Access TV and 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time on YouTube for Impact's Insiders. Deonna Purrazzo issues an open challenge for either the Ring of Honor's Women's Championship or the AAA Rena D. Rena's Championship. Knockouts World Champion Mickie James battles Chelsea Green, Matt Taven, and Mike Bennett of Ring of Honor No More take on Rich Swann and Rhino. W. Morrissey collides with Brian Myers in a no DQ match, plus more. Bullet Club, Jay White and Chris Bay, Tama Tonga and Tonga Low versus Mike Bailey, Jake Something, Ace Austin, and Madman Fulton. Mike Bailey and Jake Something look to coexist with Ace Austin and Madman Fulton as they face the Bullet Club, who beat them down last week on Impact, while White hits Bailey with a series of vertical suplexes as Bay and God springboard on the top to inflict more damage. The match begins to break down as Fulton catches Bay in midair and drives him into the apron. Fulton takes Bay off his feet with crossbody off the second rope. Bay avoids a springboard kick from Austin, then hits a flying forearm shot to create separation. Bailey hits a running corkscrew splash for 2. White comes back with a thunderous Uranagi for another near fall. Bailey heads to his corner as Ace Austin tags himself in. God take out Fulton with a signature move of the Good Brothers. The Magic Killer That's my cat. Austin gets his knees up on a frog splash attempt from Bay. Austin chooses not to tag in. Something chops him in the chest to force the tag. Something is on fire, but quickly falls victim to the Bullet Club's number games. White hits something with the half Nelson suplex, followed by a art of finesse from Bay to win. Bullet Club, Jay White, Chris Bay, Tama Tonga, and Tanga Low defeats Mike Bailey, Jake Something, Ace Austin, and Madman Fulton. After the match, the unholy alliance of Impact World Tag Team Champions, the Good Brothers, and Violent by Design attack the Bullet Club as Impact goes off the air in total disarray. That's your full results of Impact Wrestling. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell so that way you guys do not miss an upload here on this channel. And I'm out.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Skiz here. And if you don't subscribe to Blonde and the Unstoppable Denominator, then you are a toothy bumfuck, pussy ass bitch motherfucker.